Yes, 30 million rand was spent on something that doesn't even exist yet. That's what we're going to talk about in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, so stick around.
Listen properly.
When you get into a taxi, you sit down before you get in.
Did I hear that correctly? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so NHI is back in the news for all the wrong reasons yet again. The health minister was addressing some parliamentary questions from the DA's Michele Clarke, who, by the way, kind of looks like Doris Roberts from Everybody Loves Raymond. Anyways, according to the DA, the money has been funding Mussolini's vanity project to sell the NHI to South Africans. And you remember that ad? That ad that I showed you a few weeks ago?
NHI, seem a bit communist.
That's where you're wrong. Japan, Norway, Canada, Britain, and many other civilized countries have some version of NHI.
Oh, I think you're right. NHI is our answer for quality healthcare for all of us.
Yeah, that garbage ad, some of the money we're talking about right now went towards that ad.
This is a joke, right?
And here's a scary fact. The country's doctor-to-patient ratio stands at 1 to 2,230, and the nurse-to-patient ratio is at 1 to 762. I mean, that's gonna anger you. They put 28 million into advertising the NHI, which doesn't even exist yet, instead of putting that money into maybe getting more nurses or doctors. But don't worry, Michele Clarke gave a PK right back. The Ministry of Health's persistent defense of the NHI is unconscionable. In the face of these glaring deficiencies, it is unconceivable that this government, which cannot provide basic healthcare services to its people, chooses to splurge millions on advertisements that promote an unrealistic unemployment healthcare scheme. And I 100% agree with her because, again, 28 million could have done so much. There are hospitals across the country that are suffering in shambles. They don't have lights, they don't have electricity. They could do with generators. Hell, they don't even have equipment, basic equipment, breathalyzers or oxygen tanks or knives or just general doctor equipment. Medical beds or beds in general. The hospital itself is falling apart and needs maintenance. The ANC is basically saying, no, screw the people. Let's shove this idea down their throats because NHI is the answer.
We are fucked.
And I mean, if this doesn't prove to you that NHI is a money-grabbing scheme, then I've got a blue couch to sell you. And I think this is happening because I strongly believe the ANC know that they're on their way out. I know that some of you may not believe me, but I really think they know they're on their way out. Because a recent poll recently said that the ANC support sinks further down to 32%. And I know how some people feel about polls. But we got to remember that these are just snapshots in a moment of time. And if there was an election tomorrow, the ANC might be under 32%. Here we can see the ANC support dropping to 32%. Apparently the DA's support increases. The MP's party apparently decreases, so does the EFF, and so does IFB. Now, I know what some of you are going to say about this poll. Oh, these are racist stats. It's a racist poll.
As usual.
Just because it doesn't say what you want it to say doesn't mean it's racist. And let's just think about it for a second. If you know your party is losing support, you know you're probably on the way out, you can see the writing on the wall, 2029, you're probably gone, yay for the rest of South Africa, but you know you're on the way out. What are you going to try and do? You're going to try and milk the taxpayer for everything that they've gotten. That's exactly what the ANC is doing. We are witnessing probably one of the greatest heists in South African history. That's my theory anyway. Before I go, please consider becoming a member to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Your monthly contribution goes a long way to supporting the channel and helping me produce more content, and I would love to produce more content for you guys. And there's a lot of perks if you're a member to this channel. If you can't become a member to this channel, that's okay. Maybe you enjoyed this video. Well then, give a super thanks. It's also greatly appreciated, or a sasa thanks as we call them on this channel. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. Leave a like, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way, and with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
Michael, hypothetical situation. If I died in a foreign country, let's choose Jerusalem, just because. If I died in Jerusalem, and it costs $30,000 to ship me home, or $500 to bury me there, what would you choose?
I would pay $30,000 to ship you home.
You would? I'm shocked by that. Why would you pay the $30,000 over the $500?
Well, about 2,000 years ago, a man died in Jerusalem, and then 3 days later, he rose from the dead. I can't take that chance.
Michael,